Hello and welcome to my channel, and I am Stephanie, and this is the Best Animated, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress nominations for my Bookish Academy Awards for 2018. As I said, this is my nominations for Best Animated, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress nominations. As I've been explaining in the other videos, I have combined some of the smaller categories, and I'm only picking 5 books for each one of those. So if you have missed any of the nomination videos, they will be linked down in the description box, along with 2017's Bookish Academy Awards, so you can sort of see what I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's get to these nominations. For Best Animated Feature, these are books that either could or should be made into animated movies. And the first nomination goes to The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. You'll see the cover, so we'll make sure we get that right. But I picked this one because this is a graphic novel. It is a middle grade graphic novel, and I really enjoyed it. And I could definitely see these beautiful pictures within this book becoming to life, because it is written sort of like a storyboard already. And if they were up on the screen, I think it would be amazing. And I think it would be a really good story for young adults and middle grade kids in middle school and things like that to really learn, because it has such a great message. And I totally rambled on about that one. But the next nomination goes to Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carriger. And this book is steampunk, and I could definitely see it with those steampunky aspects. I could see my kid really enjoying something like this, and I think it would be amazing. I think it would be vibrant and beautiful with CGI, and the technology they have these days for graphics and animation would be absolutely amazing. The next nomination goes to an adult sort of book, which is Fire in His Blood by Ruby Dixon. And why I say this one is because this one is built around, although I didn't really particularly like the book per se, but I definitely could see it as an adult animation show, sort of like Archer or any of those Adult Swim type shows. I could see this one relating to it. It's erotic, it is just crazy out there, and for most of the story, our main male character doesn't have very much vocabulary. We'll just leave it at that. The next nomination is going to A Brownie and Roses by T. Kingfisher. And I say this one because it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so technically it already has its own animation. And I think with the little twists and turns that this book has, because it's not a true retelling of Beauty and the Beast, it has been reimagined. And to have those reimagined ideas put up on the big screen as an animation would be phenomenal. It would probably be darker too. Just putting that out there. And then the final book that I nominate for Best Animated Feature is going to be The Bells by Danielle Clayton. And this story revolves around young women that have the powers to make things beautiful, and everything else in the world is gray. So could you just imagine how they're going to stand out and be vibrant on the screen versus those gray sort of people, and then them using their magic to make those gray people into colorful people, and to, yes, I could so see it. Totally see it. The next category is a Best Supporting Actor, and that is a male in a supporting role in a story. So my first nomination is going to Gavin from Heartbreak Warfare by Heather M. Orgeron and Kate Stewart. Now you probably, if you have seen my best male characters, I place Gavin on that list. I rethought that, and I'm moving Gavin over here. So technically, the Best Male category now has 2 slots that will be filled during the award show. But I'm getting off track. I placed Gavin here because he is a supporting character to the story, even though he's pivotal in the story. He is the third leg to that triangle, and I just feel that he was more support. And I loved him, but I had to move him over here. The next, yes, character that I am nominating is Animal from Mercy by Deborah Anastasia. And although Animal gets his own story in Havoc, I really enjoyed him in Mercy, and I wanted to get to know him just as much as I wanted to get to know our main character in that book. And in Mercy, he is sort of washed over, but he's washed over in a way that you want to know more. And you go into the next book like, yes, this is his story. This is what he went through and why he's so dark and crazy. And yes, so much. The next nomination goes to Pillover Plumley Tegmont. I think I'm saying that right. From Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carringer. And I'm giving this nomination to Pullover. I still can't get over the names from that book. But he, if I have this correct, if I'm remembering correctly, he's the younger brother to one of the ladies that is in the school with Sophronia. Yeah. But he's in a sort of sister school or brother school, however you want to say that, counterpart school for the same sort of things. And he sort of has this like nerd aspect going to him, but he's younger and he's very interesting. He was a very interesting character when he came on scene, and I wanted to know more about him. And I was like, ooh, he's very interesting. He's a very interesting character. He definitely held his own when it came to the storyline. The next nomination goes to Carl from Dr. Fellatio by Stella, and I had to put Carl on this list. Carl is the sassy co-worker to our main female character in Dr. Fellatio, and he's that itch that just won't go away. But he was amazing. He was like comic relief. I mean, like straight up amazing comic relief, and I loved him in that spot. Then the final character that I will be placing or giving a nomination to is Manny from Dear Martin by Nick Stone. Manny plays a pivotal role in Justice's journey, and the two of them, I love Justice's journey, but at the same time, you really felt, or at least I did, I felt what Manny was going through. I felt his struggle as well. I would have even been great with knowing sort of part of his journey, but you were given his journey as well in Dear Martin, and he didn't necessarily have to go through the same journey that Justice did, but he was very strong. He's so strong, and I definitely think he supported the narrative that this story gives about. Now on to our Best Supporting Actress, which is a female actress or female character in a supporting role. And the first nomination goes to T from Mercy by Deborah Anastasia, and she is a very interesting character. I don't want to give anything away, but she's like mysterious, especially in this book. And you do get to see her again, and you get to find out her backstory over there. But when she is in this book, Mercy, she is a great supporting actress without having too much to say. And I love that. I loved it. It made you want to know more about her. The next nomination goes to Nicole from If I Only Knew by Corinne Michaels. Now, technically, Nicole already had her book, and she could have been a main character nomination, but I'm placing her in a supporting role because out of the 4 books, even though she gets her own book, the 3 times that you see, or in the 3 books, you feel how strong Nicole is. And I couldn't think if Nicole was more prevalent in this one, if I only knew, or if she was more prevalent in one of the other 2 books besides her own. But Nicole is a strong character in all 4 books of that standalone series, so she gets the nod. She's getting a nod. The next nomination goes to Silver from Seasons of Wonder by Rayanne Thane. She is the daughter of our main character, and she's really the driving force behind the story for Seasons of Wonder or Season of Wonder. And I really could feel that teenage angst that she was going through and the reasons why she was doing the things she was doing. And I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. The next nomination goes to Rosamond and Daisy from The Governess Game by Tessa Dare. These 2 little girls, I would almost say stole the show when it came to this book. They are the 2 wards of the main male character in this story, and the way they kill off their doll, I believe it is hilarious. They are the definite comic relief with a bit of gruesome or darkness in their eyes. These little girls, they are. Yes, they have darkness in them. And then the final nomination goes to Jasmine from Dr. Fellatio by Stella. And she is sort of the yin to Carl's yang. And I loved her as a best friend to our main female character in Dr. Fellatio, because she's like, I'm gonna set you up with this. I'm gonna set you up with that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna move on. That's just how we're going to roll. We're going to put our big girl panties on and be about the woman life. Yes. So, those are the nominations for Best Animated Feature, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Female Actress. Best Supporting Actress. Those are the nominations. If you haven't checked out the other nominations that I have already put out, please make sure you check the description box to take a look at those. And as soon as I know the date for my Bookish Academy Awards, it will be in 2019, but I'm not exactly sure when. It will be in January. We can say that. It'll be in January sometime, but I hope you guys look forward to that. Have you read any of the books that I have just named off? What do you think about my characters and explanations for them? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later.